Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and today I get to check out the very underrated CJ7 released on Blu-ray by Idiot Films. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. Now this is quite exciting for me because, believe it or not, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that CJ7 has ever had a UK release ever since it came out in 2008, I think it was. So much so that I actually had to get my copy imported from Germany. I know it had a huge US DVD release and Blu-ray release, but I imported this from Germany because I did find it very, very cheap. But no matter how hard I searched here in the UK for it, I could never find it prior to this release from Idiot Films, which I'm very, very excited for because this is a gorgeous shiny new cover with it, which I really, really enjoy. Of course, very much the same artwork there, and I'm gonna say that it is quite possibly everything that's on here just transferred onto this in HD. I can probably guarantee it, and I haven't even looked into it yet, but that's because it's a Columbia TriStar and Sony kind of thing, and that's what's been happening with a lot of their releases from them, that they kind of just got to put out what's on the DVD, their previous releases. There's nothing new with that, you know, there's no new artwork or anything. Anyway, we'll get into that. But yes, I first time I saw this was I think like a really bad YouTube copy many years ago, because again I found it so hard to find. I could have imported it from Hong Kong, but I didn't go down that road because I had expected it to come out here in the UK after its US release, but I really don't think it did. Then I managed to watch it via Netflix Hong Kong when I was last out in Hong Kong, which I thoroughly enjoyed. That was my airport entertainment waiting for my flight home. So whenever Idiot Films announced that they were putting it out there, I was very, very glad, because it is a genuinely funny movie, and quite possibly the last real movie that Stephen actually starred in. I know he did have a couple of cameos here and there after this, but focuses more on the directing from this film out. So here we have it, CJ7, written, co-produced, directed by and starring Stephen Chow Sing Chi, the funniest man in cinema in my eyes. And this is just a gorgeous cover there. Hopefully you'll see some kind of reflection and movement of what they've put into it here, which I really, really like. The film is, for me, a very funny piece, and this is Josie Zhujiao's debut role. Of course, this is a girl playing his son, and you'll see her later on in plenty of movies from China and Hong Kong. She does some fantastic pieces, but this won her best newcomer, and I feel deservedly so. She does a fantastic job. Very, very funny. Of course, under some great direction there from Chow himself. But also, there's a lot of others here I really feel you'll recognize from other Stephen Chow Sing Chi movies. You have the likes of Lam Chi Chung, the big guy from Shaolin Soccer and Kung Fu Hustle. You've Kitty Zhang, who of course starred for Stephen the same year in his produced Shaolin Girl, and later in The Mermaid. Then you have a lot of other faces there that would have popped up in the likes of Shaolin Soccer and Kung Fu Hustle that you'll recognize. The kids are pretty much the star of the show. This is really a supporting role for Stephen Chow, and I feel that that's why fans have kind of neglected it. But I still, there's moments where I genuinely buckle in half laughing at this. There is a lot of great comedy. Actually, Wilson Chin, director of the Inspector Wears Skirts series, is the executive director on this, so he would have worked with Chow in bringing this to life here. But overall, for me, it is a genuinely fantastic piece. I will put out a video retrospective on it afterwards, but for now, let's focus on this fantastic little release here. It is gorgeous. So what do we got here? Okay, features include director's audio commentary, which is subtitled, which again mirrors what's on the DVD here. And this is a fantastic audio commentary. You have Stephen Chow along with some cast members and crew members, and they have an absolute laugh going through this movie. It is worth checking out. The story of CJ7 featurette, CJ7 TV special featurette, Anatomy of a Scene featurette, How to Bully a Bully featurette, How to Make a Lollipop featurette. I'm sorry, I'm taking a deep breath because these are very, very Nickelodeon in how they're produced. They're produced by an American company, production company, and they're fucking cheesy. But anyway, English theatrical trailer, reversible sleeve featuring alternative artwork. 1080p HD Blu-ray presentation in its original 2.35.1 widescreen. 88 minutes approximately. Region B. English, Mandarin and Cantonese 5.1 audio tracks with English subtitles. On this we have got, bear with me. In terms of its language, I think this particular DVD only offered English or Mandarin. So I haven't seen it in its Cantonese soundtrack as yet, so I'm excited to listen to that because obviously Chow will be delivering his lines in Cantonese. But yeah, I mean, pretty much everything that's on here is what is on the DVD. So I'm not overly excited that there's going to be anything new there. Yes, I'm excited to see it in full HD, and of course get stuck into it here with you to see what they have included. Saying that, I'm not going to get too excited. Yeah, it's just the disc. There's nothing extra or special in there. And, you know, if you're not really a huge fan of this movie, you may not want to go down the line of putting out a wee bit extra just to have it on HD. If you have the DVD, you may just want to stick with that. But this for me, and there's the other cover is pretty cool. I'm going to swap that about just to give me something different, of course. But I like this movie. I really do. It's kind of like the Magic Crystal meets E.T. I think that's the best way to put it to you if you haven't already seen it. The Magic Crystal meets E.T. There we are. And there is definitely some genuinely hilarious moments. Absolutely. And some very emotional moments also. You know, I do miss Stephen being on screen. I feel that this was a very odd role for him to be in, although legend has it he wasn't going to star in the movie, he was just going to direct it, but he stepped into the role when they couldn't find the right person to play, and I feel that works. It was a nice wee sort of swan song for him as such, until he finally gets back in front of the camera. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Check this out. I don't really need to put it up against the DVD because I'm just going to see that difference in HD quality and come right back and let you know what I think. So, just back after checking out the Idiot Films Blu-ray release of CJ7, and I adored this movie. It was fantastic seeing it in HD for the first time, and as expected, it is pretty much everything that is on the DVD, just transferred over here. The menu itself, as is, it comes, well, though I'm not playing the sound there, does have that wonderful Boney M track, Sunny, that plays throughout the movie randomly. The special features are very much the exact same. I'll just quickly open it here. The audio commentary with Stephen Chow and other cast and crew members is fantastically funny. You really need to listen to this. It's very rare that you do get an audio commentary with Stephen Chow. The rest of it is worth checking out for the most part. The likes of How to Bully a Bully and How to Make a Lollipop, I said before, they're very Nickelodeon in style. They're a wee bit ridiculous, to be honest. And although this was targeting more of a family-like audience, I feel that they were really made for younger people, especially that How to Bully a Bully, but it's fucking stupid as fuck. I would have deleted that completely. Anyway, the rest of them, the behind-the-scenes story of CJ7, the CJ7 TV special, things like that, definitely give those a look because you're getting to see glimpses into Stephen at work. You're getting to see the likes of Wilson Chen behind the scenes there. Yun Shun Yi, even who choreographed the action along with Didi Ku, although there's very little action, they were still there. So it's great to see those kinds of things. But overall, this was a fantastic wee piece. I don't know, as I say, if you have the DVD already, you might not want to splash out and upgrade that to HD unless you really love this movie. For me, it was a great print. It was absolutely gorgeous. I did listen to it with the Cantonese track, however, this time, and I thoroughly enjoyed it because although the kids are speaking Mandarin throughout and a few of the other actors and actresses, really Stephen Chow and others, the main cast there, are delivering their lines in Cantonese, and it was much funnier listening to that than I previously did with the Mandarin. But just for me, absolutely a double thumbs up. Super glad that it's in my collection, out now from Idiot Films. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews and follow me on Instagram at InvincibleAsia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu and I will see you soon.